Please welcome to the stage our next guest presenter from the West Texas region, Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Cupp.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's an honor to speak at the High Plains Summit. For an outsider like me from Tennessee, it is. It's great to be here. But in those 33 years that were just mentioned, 15 of them were in states that are represented here. So I've got some pretty close ties to the High Plains District. My battle with cancer started in 2008. In October, I had to go to the doctor for something because I had to, and I ended up showing a spot that had been on my arm for over a year. And the doctor that I saw immediately sent me down to a dermatologist. They biopsied and found out that it was melanoma. So quite a shock on that. And went in, had surgery. Actually 2 surgeries because they didn't get it all the first time. So 2 surgeries later, I was cancer-free. And I was fat, dumb, and happy. I did not think anything like that was ever going to happen to me again. Fast forward to January of last year, 2011. I had just moved down to San Angelo, Texas. My secretary said, my secretary said, hey, I've got you blocked for the 20th and 21st for Relay for Life. And you really can't understand it in this room, but I did not know what that was. I'm like, Relay for Life is what? I had never received any emails about it, did not know anything about Relay for Life. So she explained it to me, sent me the link so that I could sign up for the team, did that, came in the next morning, and she's like, you're a survivor? I don't know. It asked if I had ever had cancer, and I put melanoma down there. She's like, yes. So you'll wear a purple shirt. She went through the whole, I was so excited about joining Relay. It really did pump me up. The next month, though, got bronchitis, going to the doctor again because I had to. Chest x-rays showed that I had a lesion in my left lung and 2 lesions in my right lung. Over time, biopsies, and those of you who wear the purple, you know the pain on some of those, and collapsed lungs and other things that happen. Found out that it was metastatic melanoma. So in September and November, September they took a chunk of my left lung out here, and then in November they did a thoracotomy and removed my right lower lobe. And still, if there are those here who have had thoracotomies, if we talk about it, I'll still tear up. Not an operation that you want to go through. But the good news was, December I go in for my 6-week check. They said from what they had pulled out, or cut out, that it looked like they had gotten all the cancer, and they were very excited about it. The next month, after everything and all the trauma and it had gotten settled down, I went in to the doctor, and they did a PET scan for a new baseline PET. And unfortunately, that one showed that the cancer had moved into my liver and also into my bones up in the left shoulder. Was a tough time. I had just come through a tough time with the surgeries. And for the caregivers out there, we love you. You do so much for us to get us through these. But it was another kick in the gut there to hear that. My boss, Colonel Willis, came in that night, and probably 5 or 6 at night. He had just gotten back from a trip, and we kneeled down and prayed about it and what was going on, because we really we thought we had gotten at that time that we were going to be good for a while. Went in to talk to a couple doctors. First one, and you don't have to be a 30-year Intel analyst to know when your doctor says, are you sure you want me to tell you this? That it's not going to be a good conversation. So he told me with where it is, inoperable, the speed with which it came, that you probably got 1 to 3 months. And this was in January of this year. My next doctorate, I'll have to read this one. Service members' metastatic melanoma is terminal. Condition is terminal in 2 months. No future exam should be scheduled. And he was, in his defense, he was talking about other things too, like my knee and my neck, which really, when you compare it, it's not that important. But as I look at that now, I know it's pretty far in the back there, and I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but I'm still here. You guys are eating my time up. You can't clap. Really, you can't clap. You're eating my time up. I'm seeing it tick off right here. And but you know, I praise God for that and for the power of His hand and what happened there. Since this began, I have never been worried about dying. I'm fine. Excuse me. I'm fine with my future and my eternity. But every time that I get down, when I would get new news, and you know how that is a kick in the gut sometimes to get that news. It takes me about a day or so, and then I'm back, because I have to remember, it's not about me. It's about what I can do with this. And for me, if I can talk to people, if I can get out there and share my story about what happened on prevention, melanoma, you know, I'm almost 53. We didn't even worry about this when I was a kid. I don't know how many sunburns I had. I watch it now, and I have parents who will send me pictures of their children in the long sleeves and in the bonnets, and let me know that they are protected. And that makes me feel good and lets me know that I'm getting through there. I really do trust that whatever the plan for me is, you know, God will guide me in that direction. My oncologist, after getting this back, told me, live life. And he knew me well, and he knew that that's what I was doing. So first thing I did, I took my caregiver to Hawaii for 12 days and loved it once again over there. On the 18th of May of this year, I was able to speak at the Relay for Life for Tom Green County in where San Angelo is. Now, one thing I'm really proud about is of the 117 teams that participated, 27 of those teams were made up of airmen, soldiers, Marines, and Navy members. Absolutely. So 27 of 117 teams, over 260,000, which over 265,000, which was a record for us out there, and one that we're very proud of as well. My hope is not that we find a cure for me, but that we can find it for our children and for their children, for each of you and your families and friends, that we never have to go through this again. You heard so many of the heroes come up here. Amen to so much that they said. We just don't want it. We want to get rid of that. My hope for you is that you'll keep that enthusiasm that you have right now. Last night with the Drum Cafe was absolutely exhilarating. So much fun to be here and to hear that and to see how excited everybody is. And as I go back to Tennessee, I want to take that excitement there, and I want them to be just like you are in what we do. And you guys get it. It's not about you. You already understand that things that are going on, you've got to stop it. And you don't stop it without action. And that's what you're here about. That's what you're getting pumped up about, that we are getting pumped up about, and it's great. 10 seconds. I'm going to take just a second more than that, Steve. So what's our next kick in the gut there? For me, it was 3 weeks ago today. We're going to discontinue, I'm on chemo right now, and we're going to discontinue that because it's not working. The liver has doubled in size over the last 6 months, and the shoulder, I could have told him without any tests at all that it was not doing well. But you know what? That's not about me. I also told my doctor 2 things. One, I will not start any treatment until after I come to the High Plains Summit. And 2, yeah, it makes me happy, that's for sure. I wanted to come to the High Plains Summit, and secondly, if I last long enough, there's a new trial that's going to come up in Nashville, and I've already told him, if you can get me in, if I'm qualified for it, that's great. Tell them, put me on the control team, wherever they want me, because I'm not worried about me. I want to make sure that we get a cure. I'm Andrew Cupp. I go by the name Dixie Cupp. So that's an Air Force thing. I hope so big. I want everybody to hope big. And also to relay. Thank you. Sorry about the time. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Oh, sit down, sit down. I'm making you guys run behind. I'm making you run behind. I'm sorry.
Dixie, we are just thrilled that you're here. You're truly a hero to so many. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, there's a very special day happening tomorrow. It's Dixie's birthday tomorrow. And we want to celebrate with him. Let's watch a video.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It is a special time and a special day. We also have some other birthdays in the room. And I don't know where they are, but I'm going to acknowledge actually our Executive Vice President, Mike Daney, who's going to speak tomorrow. His birthday is today. I see him in the back. Mike, if you'll stand, Mike, please. And also, where's Chris Torty? Chris Torty, our Chief of Staff. His birthday is today. Anybody else have a birthday? Please stand. Anybody else have a birthday this weekend? Please stand. Please stand. Let's acknowledge and say thank you. We thank you again for celebrating your birthday with us. And again, Dixie, for being here. You're an inspiration. Thank you again for all that you do. Thank you.